Hi, it's Shira, and if you... I just used the wrong name. I don't mind if you guys know my cosplay name. Hi, it's Cherry, not Shira in this case, though. Yep, we're finally getting back into Chapter 4, Kuma. My internet seems to be stable this time, so we're going to try this again now that I'm not working 6 days next week. Also, if you hear background noise, yeah, it's my brother. They're up. Anyways, we are starting from the beginning. I didn't stop it, so... We are investigating Haruhiko's body, and then we're going to continue on from that and do the first part of the trial. So... computer. There we go. I promise I know what I'm doing. Not... Alright, let's try this again, shall we? Smell. This is the source of the smoke. It's a military smoke screen that was often used for strategic purposes in modern warfare, as it was on the ground and still spraying a little bit of smoke from it. Also close to the bomb, there was a flask grenade that had been used and became an empty steel barrel. Flashbang and smoke screen. These were awesome. When Taria and I opened the door first to the arsenal this morning, in an instant, a tremendous light and sound came upon me. Ah ha ha, you're not funny, CenturyLink. It really doesn't like this chapter, huh? At the same time, smoke screens spread like a mist. Looking at this far, no matter what I think, these grenades can be affirmed as the cause of the situation. The question is who would do this? What happened while we were confused? Was it also the culprit? In the most realistic case, when we opened the arsenal, the killer was already inside the arsenal. Even if it was estimated from the time of death of Haruhiko, the timing was right. In an absolute soundproof arsenal, no matter how loud it was, it would have been impossible to be noticed. There's only one entrance to the arsenal. In order to escape, they would have no way but to meet us outside. Was that the smoke screen flashbang used to avoid that encounter? I can speak. However, when I recall the situation in the morning, it would be difficult to say that a person would artificially come out at the same time we opened the door. Oh. No, wait. This is... A thick wooden plank was stuck in the underdrill handle of the arsenal door. And that was in the save being doubled towards the opening of the door, something that I heard right before opening the door to Taria. It looks like it was just a wooden board. The overall development that can be inferred so far is the thick plank was collapsed in the door of the arsenal, and the flash and smoke grenades were both placed in the plank. As that happens, when you forcefully open the door from the outside, the board gets crushed and placed grenades fall to the floor. That shock triggered the grenades. But something feels weird. In the end, if it was meant to be used by the killer to get out of the arsenal through enormous light and sound, was it necessary to use this cumbersome method? I can't even guess what the killer's goal was. Okay. Oh, Maida-kun. Ira, what are you doing about investigating? Sorry. It's so... terrible. I understand it's hard, but we can't help it. We'll have to do it. We have to do our own investigation as far as we can. I know. It's been about a week since we heard Kun's case. I'll do my best. Okay, I think we were going up there first, and then we'll come back around. Yeah. What is this? At first, there was no distinction from the tin blood on the floor, but when I looked closely, it felt like something... The remnants of something other than blood was stuck on the floor. Oh my... gun? Is it really? I was so distractedly destroyed that there was almost no form left. I almost saw a gun fragments apart. It wasn't just because of the destruction, but a large amount of blood with each piece of it. Because of the line on the floor, it was difficult to see it clearly. I like seeing a bloody octopus. No, that doesn't even make sense. While observing the remains of the destroyed gun, I suddenly found something noticeable. This gun is loaded with bullets. In my mind, I checked around the other guns, but all the magazines were empty. For this to be the only one destroyed, a small number of bullets were loaded. The arsenal was basically unloaded, and the bullets that were loaded separately are stuck on the magazine. Because of those conditions, and the fact that the only one loaded with bullets this gun means, there's a possibility that this is the murder weapon. It sounds like a pretty important clue. Let's be careful to remember this. There's blood splatter in this area too. I was trying to check the condition of the guns on display, but there was blood on the display. When I looked up close, I witnessed an even more grotesque sight. Fingers? Oh, I don't like this. It was human fingers no matter how you look at it. And of course, the owner of these fingers was... I feel like I might hate whoever's the murderer in this one. I know Haruhi goes by. He had a ruptured hand in addition to the gunshot wound in his chest. Among them, his index finger and middle finger fell off from it. His fingers lie here as proof. But why are his fingers here? At first glance, he's far away from Haruhiko's body. From the shape of the blood, it seems like he began to walk after his fingers got cut. No, it's the opposite. It was likely that this was rather his body moved. Just by taking a glance at the floor, I should consider the possibility that the killer moved the body for some reason. I don't like this already. Also, I just realized the music's kind of loudish, so let me bump it down. I'm trying to get a good balance, but I have to change between games pretty much. Alright. Let's try that one. Okay, we're gonna go through this exchange real quick again. Huh? Suddenly, while investigating the corner of the wall, I saw something out of place. Okay, Nissa. This gun. Why is it so far away in the corner of the room? I picked up the floor and checked it. I felt the heavy, peculiar feeling of how real it was, but I couldn't find anything particularly strange. I can speak. It's just a gun that doesn't change much like the other guns that are on display. Is it just a little far away? But Maeda! What are you doing? Huh? What is it, Tsuruya? You should take your hands off that gun right now! Wait, this must be some misunderstanding. I was just trying to investigate over here. That gun, it will blow up. Eh? But blow up? What are you talking about? What are you doing? Now you decide to kill... It's a shame for me to tell you this, but... It'd be a big deal if I were in your shoes right now. So never touch that gun. That's not it. I was just trying to investigate. This is a misunderstanding. Why would I try to kill you? Yeah? You weren't trying to shoot me? That's right. So what did you mean by this blowing up? Forget it, it's nothing! Oh, Toria, what are we going to do with you? What? Toria's some behavior is strange, but according to his words, this could be dangerous. So I put the pistol in its original position and decided to leave it alone. However, Toria's strange remarks feels like something is odd. I'll take note of it. Okay, so you have to go this way. I don't like this. It's Haruhiko's body. It's no different from our friends who have died so far. Its cold, empty eyes. You were like this because you're dead. Don't you think this is absurd? There's no way that Haruhiko, who had passed away in such a devastating manner, would dance with you. The class trial still remains. If we can't find the culprit who killed you, we will all die. By all means, find the one who killed you, Haruhiko. Won't make your death in vain. After expressing minimal condolences to Haruhiko as a making a prayer, I began to investigate the body. First, a fatal wound that can be considered as a direct cause of death must be the gunshot wound to the chest. In the case of friends who have died so far, if they use a hammer, a knife, or plaster weapon, that makes the murder weapon blade. In the case of Haruhiko, was because Monokuma prepared an arsenal, he was shot because the treasure provided an inspiration to kill him. However, I don't really know how to deal with this, as ordinary students like me don't have the slightest idea of how one feels being shot. The murder weapon is a gun. Even if it was a gun, what kind of gun was it? In addition to the gunshot wound in the chest, there's something suspicious. Haruhiko's right hand. Oh, we were supposed to check this first and the other one. Oops. His right hand is devastatingly destroyed, so much that I couldn't see with my eyes open. It's literally destroyed. The index and middle fingers are completely amputated, and the remaining fingers were torn into pieces on the skin. I'm sure Haruhiko got his wound from being shot to the chest. But what in the world happened to the wound on his right hand? No matter how much I think about it, I don't think my hand would look like this if I was shot by a bullet. Rather than the gun, it's like it got caught in the dynamite-like explosion. I think it's a little scared when I look at it closely. The gun that was that shot Haruhiko. It is urgent we find out the identity of the object that caused the wound on the right hand. There is no more noticeable clues, and I couldn't see any more of my friend's terrible eye, so I decided to stop and get up. This is a pistol. It's located in the immediate vicinity of Haruhiko. And this pistol could be the weapon that killed Haruhiko. Or so I thought, but then I realized it was wrong. The guns are scattered on the floor. There was only one gun that fell on the floor. Perhaps it was the criminal's actions. Most of the guns fell to the floor and were mixed randomly. From this point on, I don't know which gun was the one that directly killed Haruhiko. It would be difficult to conclude that this is the gun used for killing just because it is the closest one. It seems like that the guns are all scattered in order to prevent the real one to be found. I should check things out. Are you not going to talk to us or something? Okay. Satsuki! Satsuki? Why are you stand still doing what?
What am I supposed to do?
Is it because of Haru? It seems too horrible, but now we have no choice but to investigate, even if it sounds cheap. In order to survive...
To survive? Is it...
Satsuki?
No. Yeah. The investigation. I have to... Yeah.
She was so quiet, and it wasn't like Satsuki had ever. Or at all. And the girl that went rampant like always. Seems that Haruhiko's death hurt more on her than any of us. Oh, Satsuki. Furukawa, you were here. What about the arsenal investigation? You weren't supposed to do it roughly.
Maida, I want you to listen.
Huh?
There's a problem with the alibis. During dawn, I kept monitoring the hallway.
You were, Furukawa? Are you okay? I didn't really know because you could have died because of hunger.
It's okay. I'm used to it.
You sweat?
Anyways, about the alibis. My room is right next to the arsenal. Unfortunately, because of the soundproof, I couldn't hear anything inside the arsenal. Only the sound of the arsenal door opening and closing could be heard.
That means you saw it. You saw who went to the arsenal?
I heard the sound. are my room.
Isn't that right next to the arsenal anyway? I'd pass in front of Kurokawa's room and head to the arsenal. This is the hallway on the left side in front of the arsenal. This is a structured ballroom. If you turn to the other side and enter the arsenal, you can move without seeing the eyes of Kurokawa.
That's right. At least I've seen a few people.
You know, I'm going to be typing. And we were doing so good, CenturyLink. Okay, CenturyLink having problems or what? Finally. Are we done? Nope. Okay, I think it's finally passed. So good.
Into the arsenal.
Really? Who are they?
One as far as we go.
And the other?
Yes, I'll tell you in the trail. Sorry, I thought about this thing.
Pikako! So weird girl as usual. Thanks, Kurokawa. This case could be solved fairly easily. Apart from that, I'm worried about Kurokawa's health. She usually looks weak and nervous, but this time, she can't even sleep or eat at all. I hope she's okay. I'm seeing if there's anything over there I have to do before I go over here. And I think it's just this room. Well, I can't do anything anyway. So I guess I can't even do anything there. Never mind. Where do I even do now? Do I have to check that? Not that I mean, but... Okay, nothing here. Nothing there. Where are the last few clues? You shouldn't think this would be too hard considering we were so isolated. Now what? Oh. Hi, Korean. Oh, I wonder if with Mikako going in, we should probably follow. Did I miss something? I don't think I did. I want to ask you something. It's noisy. Since when did you get along with me talking to me freely? Get lost. Even so, I thought we could cooperate a little by passing the same point of death. But it seems to have gotten worse. In this case, it might be better to cooperate with Kinjo as much as possible with this limited time.
Oh, Maeda-kun, welcome back.
Monokuma, why are you here?
Jeez, are you treating me so harshly? I served you meals promised, didn't I? Did you eat your food?
I don't have time for your nonsense jokes with you. Disappear.
Why are you so angry, I wonder? Anyways, I've forgotten something, so I came to deliver it to you.
Oh, that's probably what we were trying to figure out.
It's the Monokuma Foil 4!
Oh, right.
Weak reaction. Maeda-kun, you baka. Mulberry.
Monokuma File 4. It's already the 4th file. Oh, let's stop thinking like that. My only option is to think about the case. That's probably why. This is the Monokuma file left behind by, well, of course, Monokuma. Doesn't seem like much help. I'll have to read first. The victim is Haruhiko Kabashikawa. The estimated time of death was about 6 a.m. The body was found in the arsenal. The cause of death was excessive bleeding due to a gunshot wounds to the rest chest. In addition, the index millimeter finger of his hand were ruptured and broken. Gunshot wound. From the first time I saw the arsenal at the ballroom, I guessed it vaguely, but from this fact, the intake seems to be a gun. The time of death here is about 6 a.m. Well, the time was lost when I spent in the ballroom, but then when I went to the dormitory change my clothes a little earlier, I checked the current time was around 9 a.m. That means Haruhiko's death was less than 3 hours. I got up after listening to the announcement at 7 a.m. this morning, so the incident really happened quite early this time. This time, the time of death is properly written. Shut up. Written. And I guess the cause of death, too. There's a trap in the Monokuma file for the previous case. There was a confusion at the time because it didn't write down whether it was AM or PM. Unfortunately, there seems no doubt about this Monokuma file. But that's it. The Monokuma file is just that. No special clues to be found in it. Oh, at least we can know the estimated time of death. Let's take a note of it. Okay. Oh, finally! There we go. Later. In the end, I can't hide the awkward mood. Kinjo told me to focus on the investigation, but I was still worried about it. Yes, you have anything to ask about the case? Well, I mean, Haruhiko's body. He wasn't killed instantly, right? Indeed. In fact, there was a hole in the chest, and even the Monokuma file says to be excessive bleeding death due to gunshot wound. Done. Until now, thanks to the layout of the school, and the murders with items that could be common in everyday life, I think that there was a person who was shot to death. It's fine. You guys might not be familiar, but I had my fair share with gunshots. If there's something you don't know, it's fine to ask. Is it because the incident happened? Even though there was a conflict less than 24 hours ago, Kinjo was much different from the way he usually treats me. Well, maybe it's the gun in the chest wound. Whether it be better to see this as an immediate death? No, I don't think Haruhiko is close to immediate death. Huh? Why is that? Even if it was on the chest, not the heart. It's the right chest. The bullet passed through the body. Since it wasn't stuck, it would have been possible to move a very short amount of time rather than die immediately. If it wasn't stuck, it means it penetrated the body? Would it be more dangerous then? There are surprisingly many people who think that way, but in reality, it's better for a bullet to pass through the body than being stuck in it. There are 3 types of layer damage to the body. One is bleeding, another is burning. The last one is the impact of a bullet's kinetic energy. If you look at one by one, it is difficult to inflict great damage using a small surface area. In case of burns, it is rare that from the excessive bleeding you die immediately. But the story of a shock is caused by kinetic energy is different. Maeda, if you get hit with a fist or a bat, it will be difficult to move due to the impact, right? That's, well, if you're an ordinary person who doesn't even have special training, that would be even worse. Similarly, when the bullet gets stuck inside the body, all the kinetic energy turns into shock energy, creating an instantaneous lost space in the body. The fact that this space has been created means that the body has been greatly shocked. The shock will cause neglectable damage and damage to surrounding organs as well. Really? I'm not sure what you mean exactly, but anyways, that means penetration is a better alternative than getting stuck, right? That's what it means. In fact, in some countries, there's bullets that split apart the bullet and cause fragments that get stuck into the body. That's terrible. Bullet did this. It was a fatal injury to be hit by this bullet, whether it was stuck or was pierced in the body. Especially in the case of Haruhiko, as Maeda said, the chest was hit. So even if it was pierced, there's a high possibility that a hole in his lungs was pierced through. As I said before, it's only last shocking. He must have died shortly after having difficulty breathing and bleeding. Revenge should only be cheap for the wicked, unless it's an extreme game. This is an extreme situation. There doesn't really seem to be it needs to be talked about. Anyways, I'll move to another place since the arsenal has been roughly investigated. I'll make sure to investigate carefully to find something. Let me know. Maeda. 1 second. Norton, shut up. Thank you. Kinjo, there's an incident yesterday, and he seemed a lot unstable recently. It seems like everything's okay because of the current one. Was it only me that had such a hard time dealing with it? Seriously, Kinjo's a completely different person from the first time we met, the time he was hostile to us, and the time of the investigation. For now, let's check what Kinjo told me. I didn't really understand it all, but in summary, it's better to be pierced from the bullet and having it stuck. In Haruhiko's case, this ladder. Is it like this? I couldn't see properly because of smoke, but when I suddenly stopped to look at it, I could find that there was a national blood stain on the floor. Blood traces danced throughout the arsenal as if Haruhiko wandered around the arsenal after being shot. What is this unnatural blood stain? It's only obvious that it's Haru's blood, but rather than trying to run away after being shot, just by looking at the blood spots, it seems that he was trying to move in the arsenal all over the place. Simply put, it was so bizarre. Is it reasonable to assume that this degree of deceptive blood was made by the killer dragging Haruhiko unconscious? Well, for now, I can only think of it as a possibility. There must be some reason for the blood to be left in this way. I don't think there's anything else besides that one place, so I guess we'll go to that next. Oh, yep, it's Kinjo. Kinjo, what are you doing in front of the door? Maeda, you're here. There's something I was going to check right now, but it's okay. Why don't we check together this out? What are we looking for? We're looking at it. It's open. Wasn't this room... Indeed, it was in Haruhiko Kabashikawa's corpse. I borrowed the key from it for a while. Because if this is in the closed space with limited movement, it's better to search everywhere as possible. I decided to follow King to investigate Haru's death. Her room. This room? That's no different from my room, shockingly enough. Maeda, look at this. There's something of interest here. Huh? Some kind of paper? To Haruhiko, I have something to say. If you read this, why don't you come to the arsenal? I'm not going to kill you. I hope you believe me. I'll be waiting. This is... Who? The letter was written by the killer? It's the same method as when Maki was killed. Besides, this letter wasn't torn like last time. It's proof that the culprit couldn't even mess with. However, this seems a little more than what it takes. What it takes? I'll ask you, Maeda. After reading this, would you go to the arsenal? Huh? I mean... By the time this letter was sent, they would kill me. Just after we hit each other and fought. In that situation, if I received a letter like this from you, that was also the way Mitsuhiro Higa was putting a letter down the door. Down the door? How can you even know that? Can't you tell by a glance? There's no reason to meet face to face and give a letter, and there is no way to send a letter in a locked room like this. It's definitely the first time anyone thinks of calling themselves out for murder. Why did Haruhiko go directly to the arsenal? Well, what could have been that because they didn't know it's impossible to think normally? I mean, just before we went crazy. No, we were already crazy. If you looked at the source of that madness, it's due to being starved and dying because of any food, and the fear that someone might kill you. In other words, it's because of the self-defense fear of death. You don't want to die. So you rather judge things related to death more rationally than usual in strange situations. So the question remains, why did Haruhiko go through death's door by all means? Is it because they believed it? What? Haruhiko probably believed. He believed that no one in our group that could commit a murder. They believed until the very end. We were all on the verge of releasing the strings of reason, but it was different from Haruhiko. He was the same. He wasn't sane, but he still opposed the idea of murder to the end. Kincho, you did that too, right? Okay, there we go. Sorry. Nuts being stupid again. He didn't want to ask you, but we've all gone weird. He pledged you to do something, because Haruhiko was like that. Even if they were insane, he would have trusted a friend and go straight to the arsenal. Such stupidity. That's not the word trust. It's like jumping into death without being able to judge oh boy! Judge the situation. What's with that face? Were you hoping to get closer to me? Oh, Kaide's life. Okay. Did you want me to be impressed by saying this was your way of showing your trust to the others? Well, look at the result. He died because of that stupidity. That's the reason I'm far away from people like this. Kinjo. Enough. We're investigating now. We can't get excited over personal feelings. Well, whether Haruhiko acted that way because of a mischief is withheld, but this letter is an important clue in the end. Just find this gets great treatment. There seems to be nothing else special in the room other than this. I'll leave and check another place then. Let's see each other at this class trial. I thought he was okay. But Kinjo is, after all, having a doubt on his own mind. If this class trial ends safely and we all survive, we have to seriously talk about Kinjo's fate. Oh, there's the bell. Only took half an hour.
Hello? Can anybody hear me? It's already time. Anyways, it happened only inside the ballroom, so there's not much to investigate, right? Now then, everyone, please gather in front of the entrance to the courtroom.
So it's the end of the investigation. No matter how much I do this, it's too short. Damn, I don't think I've recovered my sensitivity yet on my body. But it can't be helped. I did my best to investigate as much as I could. All that remains is what we have investigated so far. We have no choice but to guess the killer with everyone else. Class trial time. Everyone's here. Yes. Aww. Everyone. Oh, Maeda's here. Then let's start the trial. Only the tension is flowing. The mood terribly awkward. On the ballroom, the world of a lawless land was so colorless and hard. Above all, the number of people is too small. 7 people, including me. Besides, one of us is the culprit who killed Haruhiko. Even if this trial is safely handed over, The criminal will be executed and only 6 people will be made. 6. It was a number that didn't feel real. When has our head count been reduced to this extent?
Looks like everyone has gathered. Well, it's easier to manage people since the numbers have been reduced. But isn't everyone's tension too low? Events that are washed out like class trials are more lively, you know. It's no fun because there's no reaction at all. Jeez. Now then, it's already the 4th time, right? This is the start of a fun class trial, so get on the elevator.
Whatever the case, I have to go beyond this class trial. The later issues are for later. Everyone has their faces as if they were determined to do something and even in an awkward mood. Different thoughts intersect with each other, and we ran into a hell called class hell once again. And I'll open the door. Let's go. At first I thought that this elevator was so narrow that it felt full, but not so wide. I looked at the 6 other than me, in heavy silence one by one. Kinjo is now in the complete trial mode. In this state, Kinjo only does the 180-degree challenge. He only uses his head to break through the events before his eyes. But because of our mood, it looks like there's an anxious expression somewhere. Uranami, who has not lost her bright appearance at any time, she was still unable to escape from her shock of losing Haru. She wasn't the same. She wasn't the same Satsuki anymore, and her shaggy appearance deceived even the beholders Airdate. How was always the same. She just stayed consistent with silence, and I couldn't even tell what she was thinking. Kyra looked very tired. She didn't want to lose any more friends, and she doesn't want to go through the class trials anymore. It kind of hurts, and the wine guard on her face. Turia was restless. I love what expression they use for your boy, Kuma. After the incident, I may feel that Turia's behavior is strange, but if you think about it, Turia was like this at every trial, so it's not unusual. Hikaru wasn't saying that she watched us trouble as usual, but she was thinking of something unfamiliar to Mikaru, like something unexpected even for her. Is there anything that would get us stuck in this case? Different thoughts and different beliefs cross between each other. At this point, there's only 7 people left who were thinking differently. But we have to overcome this. We held like 4th class trial. My boy! Yeah, but that pose is awkward. Still. The elevator stops. As if we had made an appointment, we stepped at the same time without a special signal. It was a very familiar courtroom.
You are here. I was waiting. How are you guys? It's been a long time, hasn't it?
You met with us right after the murder happened a while ago, though.
I mean Mimi as a judge. Well, it's been more than a week since the last trial. Said that, the presiding judge is more stylish than usual.
Don't be useless and start the damn thing already.
Shut! Well, I'm always neglected. But this time it's getting more thorns.
Don't you think so, Maeda-kun? I don't care. Sorry, Mikaru said already.
Even Maeda-kun is rude to me.
Is this me a sign to represent your party?
And I'll start you want. Now, shall we start right away? To uncover the truth of the long stay in the ballroom incident for more than a week, we have the all-exciting, heart-pounding class trial.
The only thing that's the same as usual is Monokuma. Each one of us was in serious mode, unlike usual. The tension in this trial. The losing of a friend dear to us. The reasons were different, but in the end we all came here for the class trial. Now all that remains is to find a culprit confronting all the clues, testimonies, and test our wits that we have. I cannot speak ever. Haruhiko. Our relationship with him was finally bonding us together in the middle. It was like the licorice from the drugstore. With Satsuki, he always showed his bright side, and at the same time, his love for his friend was twice as deep as anyone else's. As a result, thanks to his death, we were able to eat and survive. But Haruhiko couldn't eat anymore. It wasn't the avoidable choice to live, but as a result, there's a culprit that killed Haruhiko. If we don't find him, then we will all die in the end. The atmosphere of the court is filled with silence. Our trial finally begins. A life-threatening discussion. A life-threatening lie. A life-threatening betrayal. A life-threatening conclusion. A life-threatening defense. A life-threatening trust. A life-threatening last trial. I hate this already. I'll save it real quick and let me drink. Okay, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. They used in the original game, I know, but it's annoying as hell. Also, the translation was made by Zephy. Give heartfelt support to the videos. Subscribe to stay in touch with the story. But honestly, Zeph, from what I've seen so far, it's nice. Please go follow them. It finally started. The 4th class trial. One of us is the culprit that killed Haruhiko. We must find the culprit at all costs. Now then, please begin your discussion. Guys? Right. Yeah. Should we just start discussing? Okay. We have to work hard. So, where do we start with? This is softly awkward mood. Well, it's not unreasonable because our conflict reaches peak. First, I think each of you will have a lot of things to say before the trial, and the feelings that you're feeling will be different. Now let's just focus on the trial in front of you, aside from anything else. Just like we did before so far, haven't we? Kinjo. As Kinjo said, now it's a trial. We'll swallow what we want to say to each other for a moment, because survival is our priority now. You don't take that for granted, do you? Let's get started already. Then, let's begin. Once we get the case sorted out, let's organize the series in advance in chronological order based on what each one knows.
Hey, wait a minute. Before that, I have something to say just for a minute, please.
What is it, Iranami? They're really pulling that one on us, aren't they? So, my guess is she's lying. If I'm going by Chapter 4 of original Danganronpa standards. That's the best I can say without spoiling anyone.
I'm the killer.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's lying. Satsuki-chan? What did you say just now?
I said, I'm the killer. I'm the culprit who killed Haruhiko Kabashikawa.
Don't play around, Iranami. Why are you saying all of a sudden?
It's not a joke.
Are you serious? Don't make me laugh. Do you think if you claim to be a girl without physical evidence or logic, you'll become the culprit?
I really killed Haruhiko.
It can't be. Stop making bad jokes, Satsuki-chan! We should explain one step at a time. If we listen and we're convinced, then we can believe that you're the culprit. So tell me, what is all this? Just as the trial begins, she says she was the culprit. If it were a normal culprit, they would never confess. But would Satsuki really be the culprit? Before making any judgments, let's first listen to Satsuki's story. Oh. I don't even know, because this is the easy one, so...
Kobayashi called me. I followed Kobayashi and went to the arsenal.
Oh, I know what happened.
And then, all by myself, he pointed a gun at me. I just shot him in self-defense.
It can't be. So yeah, we know what happened. Is Satsuki really his culprit? I mean, yep. Yep, not even surprised. Wait, Satsuki, Haruhiko called you? Isn't that odd?
Is it weird?
The victim, Haruhiko, called you? The culprit? That can't be it. Rather, the victim, Haruhiko, was called by the culprit and went to the arsenal. If you were the culprit, you would know.
You're saying he was called by the killer? I don't know.
That's ridiculous. The letter was put in Haruhiko's room is what he's talking about. The contents are like this. Haruhiko, I have something to tell you. If you read this, why don't you come to the arsenal? I'm not trying to kill you. I hope you believe me. I'll wait. If the contents of that letter are true, it makes no sense that Kobayashi Kawakun called Satsuki-chan and took her to the arsenal, right? It would be the opposite. That's right. But Satsuki said that she doesn't know much about this letter. The killer doesn't know the letter they sent. Nope, it doesn't make sense.
Well, I don't know. What if it was manipulation? You keep speaking about that letter and I didn't know, and you're manipulating things now.
Don't be a thickhead. Obviously, this evidence came from Haruhiko's room. So Iranami is not the culprit?
I really mean it. I'm the real culprit.
Just looking at the current evidence, to say Satsuki's a culprit, it's hard to tell. I want to make things a little more clear, so let's talk about it. Haruhiko's other one. Whose source is unknown to the evidence that only the culprit they must know. Satsuki, if you're really the culprit, there's one thing I want you to tell me. This isn't like the letter, but direct clue to Haruhiko's body. So if you're the culprit, it's a clue you must know.
What's that?
Haruhiko's right hand. Recall. His right hand was completely shattered. It's hard to say that this was a gunshot wound. If you're the culprit, can you tell me the true nature of this wound?
I don't know. But why does his hand become that way?
You don't have to talk anymore. You're not the culprit.
Wait a second. I'm telling the truth.
Why are you still claiming to be the killer? If it's real, even if you're not the culprit, you only get executed. I don't know what you're thinking, but this is not a joke. If you're not necessarily confused our reasoning, choose the wrong killer, we all will die. Maybe that might have been the purpose. What? She was close to Haruhiko Kobashikawa, who died this time. Right? Apparently, it looks like she was in a severe shock, unlike the usual one, who always talks at random. With that shock in mind, you are trying to make us follow Haruhiko Kobashikawa's fate. Is that right? That was it?
Absolutely not. Of course. I'm really sad that her died, but I'm very much sane. Papa, dear Nani, we haven't even started a proper discussion yet. If the discussion goes on, the killer would naturally be revealed. If you are really the killer, you don't have to rush things. It will all turn out okay. Satsuki-chan. Oh, alright then. Let's discuss about it.
Has it been roughly organized? You wasted my time on useless things. So let's start from the beginning again. when the case started to happen. Hold on a minute. Is it okay to wait 1 minute before that? I mean, in this case, can we assume that Uranami isn't completely the culprit? No, not necessarily. If Uranami really the culprit, there's still a possibility there. That's it? We haven't started reasoning yet. First, there's a possibility from what happened a little while ago, but maybe there's something up. And that way, they were excluding themselves from the suspect line. But that had to be calculated. With Uranami's 9, it would be impossible to tell.
Hey! You're treating me as a fool right now!
Rip to Ria. I don't think it was on purpose.
Quiet. First, as Kinto says, let's summarize the unfolding of the case.
Oh, right. Can we start from the evening before the incident happened?
Oh, that was when we...
Maida-kun, Washikawa-kun, Otori-kun, and Satsuki-chan, Mikako-chan, and me. 6 people gathered at the restaurant. Maida-kun called us, and at the time we were at the limit of our hunger. We all thought to come together and meet each other in the thought that we should somehow unfold a hard policy.
At that time, Teruya suggested...
I'll tell you, I wasn't really sane back then. That's what happened. What was my fault for being immature. What's this? I don't even see your faces the day before the murder took place. I don't know this, so explain exactly what's going on. Teruya gave us a pen and paper to nominate 1 victim and 1 culprit. Since Monokuma banned suicide, it was planned to set up the case at the expense of 2 people. That was really crazy. I'm so sorry. It's alright. It's all over now. We almost agreed to this plan, too. It looks like the party saw from there. I broke into the restaurant because the absurd plan was about to be implemented. Yeah. Kishu-kun came in and handed out guns to each of us to commit suicide. What? Oh, no, nothing at all. Keep going. Oh my. Well, that's when we started to fight back at Kincho. And then we were lucky enough to catch him and judge it was just to be dangerous, so we couldn't move anymore. Oh my gosh, Ray. Oh my. Sorry. I'm so uneducated today. Continue. So... The problem starts after this. Thanks to Kincho, the plan was halted, and there was no progress for the day. He locked Kincho in the room and then went back to each room. Between this morning, Haruko died. I couldn't sleep all night, so I was staying with my eyes open. I heard something outside in the morning, so I went out, and Maida was asking for help, saying that the door was not opening. And when you somehow opened the door, you found the body? Yeah, that's right. This case is missing our eyes between dawn hours, and there is not much evidence, so we have no choice but to share information we know with each other. First, a few alibis can be established just by hearing about this. Alibis? Yes. So then let's dig into the alibis one by one. Alright? Oh, we did get consent. I forgot that was a thing in this game. Kinjo. Wait, come to think of it, I think there was someone who knows the alibis during dawn in detail. Who is it? During the investigation, Kurokawa, She clearly testified to me that she had seen who went to the arsenal that morning. Right, Kurakawa?
Yes.
What? If that's true, the culprit's already been revealed, right? You're noisy. Be quiet. Hey, Dark Circles. So who do you see? Kurakawa's room was right next to the arsenal, so she heard the arsenal's door opening and closing. Of course, the arsenal's soundproof, so she didn't hear the sounds from inside. I don't think hearing the sound is enough to be directed by this testimony.
People passing by my door.
Oh, what? No, wait, you've been watching the hallway all morning? Is that what you mean?
Then,
So it would have been difficult to stay sane and hunger. Watching the hallway all night without sleep is... However, that worked nicely reversed. The culprit couldn't have thought there must have been someone in the midst watching the corridor. That's a great achievement, Kurakawa. Then who passed by?
exact times and number. What is in this order? This is Haruka and Satsuki, and that's right. The arsenal didn't open at this time. A little later, Satsuki went from right to left. Someone with him. A little later after Nami passed, Toge left from the right. A little later again, I heard the sound of the arsenal door, and Toya went from right to left. After a while, Haruka goes from right to left. Soon after, Haruka's son Satsuki are together again.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry, but wait a minute. Then, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what's left to right or right to left. Can't you tell us a little more clearly? You're the only one that doesn't understand something so simple, aren't you? Don't cut the flow for no reason. Focus and listen. Don't be like that. I'm a little confused too. Let's see what's in the Kurakawa's theory until the end and reorganize it in an easy to understand manner. Kurakawa, is that everything? Indeed. As you said, you can assume that the killers already revealed themselves. At the time of the investigation, I didn't know this because Kurakawa didn't help me properly. This is definitely a tremendous amount of information. Hey, I want to join the discussion too. Can't you tell us a little bit more easily? Oh, sorry, Tyler. I'll organize it so it's easy to understand. Before that, there's something I want to check again. The location of the room each of us was using. If you know this, I think we can properly organize Kurakawa's information. Well, that's something I want to do and need to move on. We roughly checked with each other during the investigation. I've only remembered the structure of the corridor behind the ballroom for the rooms listed, right? As we know, if we did a little closer examination, there's a small tag on the door of each room. According to tags, rooms are distributed in this manner. Monokuma randomly gave us a key for each room. From what I have investigated, this is probably how each of us were located in each room. We were considered Kurakawa's testimony after raising the distribution of each room used by the person each way. You can see that a few suspects are eliminated. Well, I mean, I didn't understand Mikako's words at all. That's your own fault. Are you going to blow up valuable discussion time for someone like you? Oh, don't be mean, King Joe! King Joe, that's too far. It's important for one person to know about the case, right? I'll rearrange it and explain it to Tyra. Do what you like. Preferably as quickly as possible. Angel-kun, you still don't seem to forgive me. Yeah, so to summarize Kurakawa's mood simply. First, the fact that Kurakawa watched the hallway all morning. Tyra, you heard it earlier, right? Based off what Kinjo summarized, Kurakawa's room is the roommate. It's the room on the right side of the arsenal. We go straight from the entrance to the arsenal to the corridor. As Kurokawa explained a little while ago, what she said was from left to right and from right to left, with the facing direction facing the corridor in the Kurokawa's room. Here, I'll make it more easy to understand with pictures. In the order Kurokawa saw, Haruhiko and Satsuki were the first people to pass by in front of the door at this time. And there was no sound of the arsenal door open at this time, so I think it's just the two of them passing by. And a little later, she said that Satsuki passed by alone again in the opposite direction. Shortly after this, she said that Teruya passed by. This time she could hear the sound of the arsenal door opening. This probably means that Teruya went to the arsenal. After a while, the sound of the arsenal door was opening again, and then Teruya passed the opposite direction. Soon after, Haruhiko passed by the same direction again. After this, Haruhiko and Satsuki went from left to right again. And at this time, the door to the arsenal was open. Someone went to the arsenal. After that, there was no movement for a while. And after a little time, Satsuki passed with the sound of the arsenal door opening. These are all the movements Kurokawa saw and heard during the morning. After this, well, she heard the ruckus to the arsenal door next to, but that was probably sound from me trying to open the door. Teruya, who passed by, heard the sounds I made. When I opened the door, Teruya's helped during this time. That's a summary of what Kurokawa heard and saw roughly like this. Do you understand? Well, when Maeda-kun explained to me, I understood it all at once. Thanks! Really, wait, if we look at the current events of each step... Yeah, there's one suspicious person. Do you see it clearly? I can't guarantee 100% of what Kurokawa said and said that it was everything that happened at dawn. But the information obtained, till now this has resulted in one influential suspect of this case. Oh, it's probably Satsuki. Oh no, it was Teruya. Teruya. It's only one of us who fits to be the main suspect of this case. Me? Haruhiko was a victim, so we couldn't help it. The fact that Satsuki was close to Haruhiko made me understand why she was there. Why did Teruya move around like that so early in the morning? That was... what was it again? Right. I was investigating, yeah. Everyone was in a panic, so I wanted to find clues to get out even for a little bit. Just a few hours ago, you were trying to pick two victims. The guy who was suspicious doing the investigation was singing all these things. Doesn't that sound a little weird? But that's all it was to it. Wait, fix my mind. People can change their mind easily, no? Even if that's true, you did an investigation. Think about it based on Kurokawa's testimony, you were only in the arsenal. What kind of investigation did you do in the arsenal? No, I never went into the arsenal. Otori-kun, please stop the pretense and explain properly. What the hell did you do in the arsenal? I never went to the arsenal! Teruya. Why does it have to be only me? I did nothing wrong! If you look at it, Satsuki also went around at dawn. Why am I the only suspicious one? Yeah, I'm the culprit! Are you still saying that? I told you to be quiet! Certainly, Aranami is well under enough suspicion. However, she says she didn't know the identity of the letter, nor did she know about Haru's hand. So that's it then. We're just going to take her off the list because she doesn't know? That's a long shot! I didn't know anything about the letter or the right hand either! Don't be mistaken, Teruya. You said Aranami is the culprit, and you don't know about these clues. While Aranami claims to be the culprit, but she doesn't recognize the clues, they are entirely different matters. Then, what about Maeda? When I saw him this morning, he was trying to get in the arsenal, so Maeda is also suspicious. That just happened. Yes, I won't deny that Maeda suspected that she claimed. He had been in and out of the arsenal the previous day and even this morning. He had a strange idea of going to the arsenal again. But this and that is a separate matter. As a result, Maeda failed to enter the arsenal this morning. There is no testimony to Kurakawa when seen in the morning, so this is not suitable for committing the crime. Oh, well, anyways, me, I don't know about that. I'm exactly trying to protect him, but relying on me on Dark Circle's testimony has a slightly loose time frame. I'm going to ignore it to not make me go more nuts and move on already. I know that. It's about the structure of the ballroom, right? The structure? Think about it. Even if Kurakawa watched the hallway all night, it's all about looking at the other side of the room and hearing the arsenal door. If you look at the structure of the ballroom, you can easily enter the arsenal without passing by Kurakawa's door. Because we were all at the ballroom for a week, I think everyone should know, but the arsenal is structured around the dance hall. It's 360 degrees. In other words, if you go back to the other side, you can enter the arsenal without being noticed by Kurakawa. More so, in the case of Maeda, Kurakawa does not stand out even if he does not use this method, and he goes straight to the arsenal from his own room, since it was opposite side to Kurakawa's room in the first place. You knew that too. See? Maeda is the culprit after all. But there's something you shouldn't overlook. If you use some method to enter the arsenal without showing your appearance to Kurakawa, your slowly open sound will be the door opening and closing that can be only heard by Kurakawa. And in Mikako-chan's testimony, the sound of the arsenal opening and closing was always heard before and after someone passed by her door. That's right. After all, the person who walked in and out of the arsenal at dawn, I can't think of anything other than these three people who show up in the testimony. Haruhiko, Satsuki, and Teruya. That's all lies. So Teruya, you went to the arsenal and I want to hear your reason to make sure. If you're really innocent, there's no reason to be in panic, right? But then, I'm really innocent. But really, I just went to the arsenal too. I just went in for a minute. I don't think there will be an end to this if it goes like this. What is Teruya so afraid of? I'm not sure. He doesn't want to say anything because, well, I'm not sorry to admit, but I'll have to be more convincing evidence that he has no choice but to speak with those own words. But they bet there seems to be one suspicious thing about Teruya during the investigation. What was it? It was when I was investigating something in the arsenal. Let's recall that moment. Oh, fuck, it's spot selection. At least I know what it is. That one was easy. Come to think of it, Teruya didn't say anything strange to me when I was investigating. What? Something strange? I don't know. I found a gun that was dropped in the corner, and when I checked it to investigate, suddenly he came and told me not to touch it because it will blow up. What do you mean, Maeda? Tell us more in detail. There was a gun in the corner to the arsenal that was hard to see. I tried to investigate why it was in the corner like that. Suddenly, Teruya, who was nearby, ran up and told me not to touch it because it would blow up if I shot. Maybe he thought I was going to use the gun. If you shoot, it will blow up? What are you talking about? No, before answering that question, how did he know about that? Maeda, the gun. Did you properly investigate it? Huh? I did examine it roughly, but it was a normal gun with nothing special. I thought it was equipped with a bomb or something, because I thought it was going to explode. Probably, it's not like that. Hey, Monokuma.
Eh? Did you call me? I was enjoying this. What's up?
I ready to submit evidence. Bring the gun Maeda mentioned.
What? Why you? Why am I being ordered?
submit evidence? Is that possible? It's part of the debate of the class trial. There's no problem by the rules. You, the judge, have no right to deny it. That's correct. There's no problem to reject it. Besides, if it's part of the discussion, what's the point? You changed your tone really quick. Gee, I really don't like that attitude. How can you be so cheeky? Shut up and get it already. Ooh, actually, I thought this was going to happen, and I brought it from the beginning. Here you go.
Where is it?
This is it. It's a bullet. Bullet? Bullets loaded? It is not a simple bullet. It's a bullet for shotguns and medium-sized rifles. Bullets that do not meet the standard were forcibly loaded into this gun. If you pull the trigger with one of these, a bullet that doesn't fit the magazine and into its chamber and blasts the muzzle, and of course, no bullet shell comes out. The pressure from the gunpowder has disappeared from where it's supposed to go. Instead, it goes spraying all over the gun itself. It will end up being shattered. Wait a minute. Why did Ryoko know about this? Why? I see now what you did in the arsenal. Lucario, did you change the bullets on purpose? For what reason?
I got no sleep. If you hold it with your hand in front of it, and here, and I will be safe.
Oh, I wonder if that's how his hand got like that. I listened to the words just now. I see a very familiar wound I remember in my mind. Yes, the source is clear. Haruhiko's right hand. Yep. See, me and Yuki are sharing one brain cell and one brain cell only. I understand now. Haruhiko was hit by the explosion of the pistol that Kiyo is holding right now. That evidence was also in the arsenal. That proof was... Oh, okay. Yes, one brain cell. Shut up, Kuma! So was the shower gun, wasn't it? There we go. Yeah, that's right. It was in the arsenal. The fragments of a gun filled with blood, which appeared to have been burst from the inside. I saw it too. Haruhiko fired the gun wrongly loaded, just like this gun. The gun he was holding exploded, and his hand ended up being ruptured. And Ultorori-kun did this to Kobashi Kawa-kun? Oh, wait a minute. I'm sure this gun is the one I touched. But I don't know about that other destroyed gun. Who, you admitted the fact that he touched the gun? No. Speaking of one brain cell, Ultorori-kun, everyone! Of course, there are two guns with missile bullets. It's a little weird, but I'm starting to worry. You definitely did something. Is that really it? I think if we try a little more, you'll end up confessing everything. Don't treat people as criminals without solid evidence. You never put my hands on the gun. It can't be proof that I'm the killer. We already know they have no brain cells. You know who you're talking about, right, Kuma? So I don't know anything. Give me the proof. Evidence! Can't be denied that Korea is the most powerful suspect right now. But is there any more solid evidence? If we keep discussing, we might have to see something we haven't considered before. Oh, fuck. Yes, the sunshine idiots. I want to recheck this tutorial. Oh, this on. I think this one's made for the game. pen and paper are the same. Ah, I see. Ah, there it is. Oh, that went a lot better than last bolt scan. That's it. The paper and pen. What? I listened to Tyler's words I just thought about. At the beginning of the trial, you guys seem to remember the letter that you said when you were blaming Satsuki. I've been thinking it's been weird all this time. How did the culprit write this letter? We should have left all of our belongings at the same time when we were in the ballroom. I mean that... yeah. How did... oh. Yes, exactly as Maida says. Perhaps the night before the murder, there was someone who secretly handed out a piece of paper that had been secretly showing people that someone issued to victims. It's obvious at this point that Korea clearly said at the time the extra paper and pen were not removed from his clothes. That means Toria's the only one of us who has a paper and pen in their belongings. Don't joke around. You could have accidentally found another piece of paper and wrote in it! Oh, is that so? Should we double check it then? Monokuma, bring that letter. I knew that would happen, so I brought in advance. Here! Wow, that was quick. Well, without that guy making a commotion, let's read it. This must be... it's the same paper Toria had. Old Toria-kun was the one who sent that letter to Kobashi Kawu-kun's room? Wait a minute. You're forcing me. I handed out a bunch of paper to you guys. Soon after that, when Kinjo made a fuss, you might have gotten one in the mass confusion. If it's only paper, it might be possible. But what about your side? Toria said with his own words, there's only one pen. No matter how much paper you had, you cannot write a letter without a pen. The pen was also in the confusion. Ooh, then that means you don't have the pen right now because you said you have the only one. You look into your belongings from the party clothes you wore, you won't have any complaints, right? But that's not allowed! Why not? Is there something we shouldn't see? Let's decide then. You can't refute it anymore. He wrote a letter by calling out Haruhiko and misloading a bullet to let his hand be ruptured. All this. That's what you did, Toria. Really? You? Ultra-kun? Why? Why did you do that? Why did you kill Kobashi Kawu-kun? I'm sorry, all you said was right.
And, you can stand the hunger too.
What else could someone do otherwise? Actually, there was a reason I was aiming at Haruhiko, and there was a reason for when we fought each day. It was all because of hunger. Ultra-kun. So what? Were you hoping for sympathy? Either way, you planned the murder and executed it. No, I have nothing to say. I don't want to make any more excuses since it's not Haruhiko anymore. I want to be dead anyways. Wait, there's one thing I'm curious about. Why did you go to the arsenal before the victim, work with the gun, write a letter to call him, then go back against the arsenal? My plan was to originally summon Haruhiko and then go see him in the arsenal, and I would go with him. As if it had nothing to do with the criminal, Haruhiko and I were supposed to fight, and then provoke him and let him shoot me with the gun I prepared. Once that happened, his hand would fly away without knowing anything, and so he would die. In the past, I followed my papa to slay guns in America. I decided to confess the crime by using the knowledge I gained at the time. So I went back to my room and watched to see Haru coming out. I was too tired, so I fell asleep until morning came. In the end, I don't know the reason why Haru broke his hand. In any case, it was my fault. The fact that I killed Haruhiko doesn't change. This was a difficult answer to even predict. I'm glad you're a stupid fool. Anyway, Kurokawa was watching the corridor all day morning. I think that was a good thing. Thanks to that, my crime was discovered. Tria. The discussion so far has ended with the conclusion that Tria is the culprit.
It seems like a long shot, I think. There's still a lot of unsolved questions.
Wait a minute. I've been listening all this time. Something's wrong with this. Tria is not the culprit.
Satsuki-chan, what are you talking about? Otoriko admitted it.
I mean, the culprit is me!
Are you still saying that? I told you to shut up.
Wait, is Tria really the culprit?
Even Ikako-chan.
I'm right. Tria is not the culprit. There's still an unsolved mystery.
What are you guys talking about? I'm the culprit, aren't I? I'm almost 90% certain that Tria is the culprit, but still a little early to end the trial. I agree that there's an unsolved mystery left. We tried to vote without anyone speaking up like this. I have tried to do it. But actually, this is the most important part of the case right now. What? What's this all of a sudden? Wasn't the trial ending like this? That's right. If you think about it carefully, there's still a lot of parts that cannot be explained in the context of the discussion. I'd like to hear why Kurokawa thinks Tria is not the culprit. What?
If you listen to the explanation, you know right away.
Ooh, this is actually hard. Okay, we got it. That actually helped.
The plank. Are you referring to this, Kurokawa?
That's right, Marina.
On the broken wood plank that fell near the arsenal floor?
Good Marina. Open the arsenal door in the morning to Tria's head.
You're not going to say just because they opened the door together, he's not the culprit, are you?
That's not it. After Tria entered and left the arsenal in the morning, Haruhiko entered afterwards. Until this moment, the door to the arsenal was open. And when was the door blocked with the wood planks?
Well, when was it? It is for a fact that Kobashi-kun opened the door and went in. Doesn't that mean that the door was blocked off after that? That's true. According to Dark Circle's testimony, Toria Ultri did not even enter the arsenal after avoiding his little scheme. In other words, Toria wasn't the one who blocked the door with the wood plank. It's only natural.
When I tried to open the door with my Ida in the morning, I was embarrassed to know what the arsenal which opened was not opening. As I said before, you must pass by her house room. And if you don't, you can head to the arsenal door. So that the door to the arsenal was opened one more time. At that time, Taria finished his plan.
That's impossible. Since Haruhiko was the last one to enter, the arsenal door had been opened only once. And Taria went in and went out the arsenal. I should have heard the sound twice.
Well, for starters, the wood plank we used to couch the floor, I guess. If you do something from this like the inside, you should be able to come out.
That's true. Even if you play a plank like some trick from outside, it wasn't just one plank. You know what I'm talking about, right, Maeda?
It wasn't just one plank. I saw clearly the thing that fell with the plank near the door. At the same time it fell as soon as the plank was crushed, it made a loud noise. The thing was... Yeah. Right. The objects that were separated from the plank. You mean the flash and smoke grenades, right?
The flash and smoke grenades?
Is those things that were near the door? Yes. When Taria and I first opened the door, we heard a shattering sound from the inside. Immediately afterwards, a tremendous amount of light and noise hit us. And after a few moments, when we opened our eyes, the arsenal was filled with smoke. After pulling out the plank from the handle, the door was opened because of the plank, and the plank fell because of the outer way dead.
That's right. Now you see, it's impossible to block the door like that from the outside.
What? Then are you saying Ultra Clinic's not the culprit? But wait a minute. Oh, it's me who wrote the letter and had a gun ready to explode. It was the reason Haru saw the gun and it exploded in his hand.
I told you a while ago. It is true that Haruhiko's right in the section. But the cause for death was the gunshot wound. Now you only prepared the gun, but you didn't shoot Haruhiko, didn't you?
That's... no. Well then, Taria had an obvious murder intent. Now, it's a contradiction to say that he isn't the culprit. What's wrong, Mr. Psychocop? Isn't forceful logic in a way that doesn't seem like it would reach an answer like this? Our circus is right. I don't think Taria or Therese kill either. And who is the culprit? You're saying that it's impossible for Taria to block the door. However, no one else can do it. That's true. That's the biggest mystery in this case.
Well, so what you're all saying is, in short, it's an impossible thing.
Yeah, this is very, very similar to DR1's, trial for this chapter. I hate it. Okay, with that, I'm going to save the game, and we are going to end for today. Oh, hi! Did not mean for you to see that, but congratulations. So, oh no, I'm not looking forward, because I feel like, see... Now I'm thinking it's Haruhiko, but... Woo! But Monokuma says it can't be suicide, so I wonder if they tried to do something? Either way, we will continue this... Oh. I forgot to turn that off. We'll continue this tomorrow, literally. But for the time being, who do we have that we can raid? I didn't even check. Who do we have that we can raid? I promise we will finish this tomorrow. I think we are going to raid Kaede, who is playing Genshin right now. So, I'm gonna date with my pen. I'll see you all later. Bye.